Is CEREBRO okay? He's been making some very questionable posts on Reddit. We're going to discuss them in this video. Also, we're talking about the state of the game. Is Marvel Strike Force still fun? Plus, we have a live look coming up at the Boundless headquarters at some bug testing they're doing. I'm talking about that with my brother MobileGamer. How are you, brother? It has been a while.
I'm doing well. Let's go smash it.
Let's smash it, baby. Oh, we've changed it up. We want to get right into the video nowadays. All right, but yes, so before, smash it, Hulk fist bump, all that cool stuff. Double social media stuff. Before we talk about some of the recent CEREBRO comments, we were talking a little bit before we started about the state of the game, how you're enjoying this. How are you enjoying Marvel Strike Force right now? I know the community is up and down with it and not probably a little more negative than positive, but where are you falling right now, brother?
All right, it's a mixed bag, right? Like some of the stuff is good, some of the stuff is bad, and I think I've well documented all the bad things, like the bugs,
both of us
character bugs, the delays. It just never ends. I think both Deadpool and Shang-Chi were disastrous character releases, laughable, embarrassing for them. But on the flip side, I'm actually liking the Doom raids, the Doom 2 raids.
I like them as well. They're difficult. They're super difficult. I like that it's difficult. And I like that chase.
And I don't think that everybody will agree with me on this. Alliance War changes were controversial. Some people like it, some point don't like it. I'm leaning towards liking it at this point. Okay. I get more attacks quickly. I can do it. It seems like I can kind of do it when I want to do it. I can do it in a block of time rather than it's still kind of spread out, but more of it's in one, like the first session is where you spend the most time.
Yeah.
And that's okay because I have that time allocated for then. And actually, I don't mind that.
For me, I was wondering how it affected you because you're in a very hardcore alliance. You guys take war seriously. The changes are kind of in a casual alliance where that being on at the start is not as important. I don't know. I don't know if it's really positive or negative. It's just kind of changes the war. I think it's been about the matchmaking so often. So I think probably the community split on this, but I can see there's some small benefits to it for sure. I mean, I think the downside for some and the upside for others is that there's more teams, right? Yeah.
And I think most people are going to say that's a downside, but other people are going to say that's an upside.
Yeah, I'm kind of indifferent. I mean, it seems as a casual player in Alliance War, it seems very similar. You notice the changes, the more rooms. I do like that there's 4 rooms to attack though. That is one big change that I've noticed as a casual player. The 4 rooms is very good.
That's great.
So in general, there's some negative things in the game. I don't like some of the actions that Scopely has taken, but I'm still having some fun in certain game modes of the game. But let's talk about CEREBRO, someone that we know. And I do want to talk about CEREBRO. I don't want to talk about Nick and go into personal. I do want to talk just about the job that he's done probably in the past week or so. Because I think he's under a lot of stress. And well, let's start with this comment that he made. This is kind of what set a lot of these things off. And I apologize for the PG-13 nature of these comments, but this was on Reddit. This was in response to Weapon X costume. Very controversial because...
Oh, just open up because that is the context of what the problem is here. I mean, no. Okay. Basically, people, and this is when there's 400 upvotes on Reddit, that is not a small post. I mean, some of them are 200, 100. The largest I've ever seen them is get about 1,000, but only like a couple times I've seen that. 400 upvotes on a Reddit post means it's a big deal.
Yes.
And so what this is the players that are sharing their frustrations that the Weapon X costume is basically was a $100, $200 event, right? It's a garbage event.
I don't know.
And it right? I mean, if you're a free to play player, you're not getting you and I are not getting Weapon X. I mean, it's going to be like
not that costume.
Not that costume. No. I mean, I don't think that many people are going to be going and getting this, right? It's pretty terrible event for free to play players. Even for me, it's not a good event.
Well, let me offer you the flip side here. Would you rather have these kind of events where you have to grind for costumes that offer cosmetic type value and no real gameplay advantage, or would you rather have gear and stuff locked? Because if this is how they want to monetize things and monetize the costumes, I won't like it, but it's not going to be game breaking, because I like these costumes. I think they're fun to grind for, not to buy those. So
well,
there's not the worst thing, but.
So I've seen people say this, and I agree with the first part, and I don't agree with the second part. The first part, usually the conversation goes down like this. wouldn't it be nice if Scopely tried to monetize costumes rather than things that actually change the gameplay? And the answer to that is yes. And then the second part is, so that way they don't have to be so greedy and we can have some relief on some of the bottlenecks. I just don't see that ever happening.
Not with Scopely. Not with
Scopely. Yeah. So they're going to take both. And you know, this is because other games, they monetize, mostly on costumes and cosmetics, and it has no impact to the game. Yeah. And I am the wrong person to ask about this. Like, I literally do not care about costumes. That Emma Karen outfit that's coming out in the next RTA battle, I don't care. This Weapon X VR headset, I don't care.
I like the VR headset.
It doesn't even look good. I don't even like it. So yeah, I don't care. But other people do care because, I talked to chat, right? And yes. I could see that this is a change in the way that they've done things. And this is horrifically expensive. And for me, I think a better compromise would have been, somebody that was kind of grindy, diehard, free-to-play player that was diligent about playing every day. Some of those players should have been able to get the Weapon X costume.
Agreed.
But that is absolutely not the case. It's too far deep in the milestones because this event really is not about the Weapon X costume. This event is about the top 100, the top 50 spenders in this game getting into Dark Dimension 5 first. That's solely a Uber Kraken event is what it is. Anyways, that's why people are upset so we have the context of, so let's read the comment, right? Okay. And the comment seems way off base based on what the context, right? And I think that's the issue right here. Because I've never seen, I just talked about how 400 upvotes is a huge amount. Look at the downvotes on this.
All right,
this
so
post.
the comment was,
I've never seen this before.
What do you even call someone who's beyond a Kraken? Omega Kraken? No.
Yeah.
You call them a CEREBRO, and I did downvote this myself. Minus 602. That's more than some posts. That's more than some full posts. There's one comment in that, and not... so what was your? I know you did a full video on this, but what is a short version of your reaction?
I didn't do a video about this.
So what is your reaction?
No.
Well, when you first saw this, like,
when I saw this, okay, so I saw this. I saw this on stream, and it had minus 500 at the time when I saw it. I went, oh no, don't say that. Don't. I mean, it was like, boy, I told you the analogy. It was like, I told you what the analogy was like. Should I mention what the analogy is like?
Sure, let's do it.
Oh, it was like when Casino was doing all those things, and I was like, oh, please just stop. Please stop. Don't do that. Like don't do that, dude. Like I was like, oh, that's not good. Stop. Of course, the severity of that is very different, right? But it's just the same feeling of like, oh, right there. It says right there. Kit Castle says, mate, what a tone deaf comment. Yeah, that is I
upvoted this one because it was very tone deaf.
Yeah, I was just like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, stop! Oh no! Like, anyways,
I gotta say, CEREBRO is a humorous guy. When you talk to him, he tries to make jokes. It's not a place for it though, because you can't really get the context of it. You can't really get the tonality of it and realize that it's sarcastic and a joke, especially when the community is as hot about this event. Which Let me go back on this event. If they communicated beforehand, it's like, hey, we're going to release this Weapon X that we're showing you in this Strike Time video. You're going to have to pay for it. It's not going to be like the other ones. Do you think the community would have been as hot, or they would have been as hot at the time, and then when this is released, they're like, oh yeah, okay, we knew this was going on. What do you think that communication beforehand would have alleviated this issue? I don't think that would have
mattered.
No,
I don't think that would matter because the cost is so high. And I think part of the problem too is I think the perception is that Silver Samurai was going to be released in an event campaign because they did announce that he's going to be an event campaign, right?
Yeah.
And like the patch notes or something. But anyways, they said Silver, and I thought Silver Samurai was coming on a day of the launch, right? And that the event campaign.
It probably was.
I thought the event campaign was going to be on Friday when this event. So people were going to be spending cores to get Silver Samurai.
Even that doesn't make sense though, because you would have to hit all the milestones every single day.
Oh yeah.
So even those first 2 days, you wouldn't have hit the milestones, and I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But because this is the problem is that so remember Vote for Loki event, the Loki costume?
Yeah, he did make some comments on those previously.
Yeah. Okay. So that was an overlapping event over a campaign character. I think that was Moondragon. Was it? I don't remember. But it was. But the event was over event campaign character. And I can't remember which character. And it was largely perceived as like event campaign character, cool. Bonus event on top of the event campaign character, cool. Well, that's what this could have been.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. This turned out to be really slimy, feels bad, super greedy, mega krakens. I personally took one look at that event and did some quick math on day one. It's like, oh, this event's not for me. Bonus stuff is bonus stuff. I'm literally going to play the game the way that I normally do, and I don't care about that costume. And the top 50, 100 players that are going to get through Dark Dimension 5 first, fine, they can spend 10, 20, 30, 40,000, whatever they're going to spend. I don't care.
If they put all that Dark Dimension stuff later for the Krakens and they put the costume stuff way early that you get, I don't think it would have felt as bad.
Blended. I don't think it should have been blended, but I'm indifferent towards costumes. Okay, I don't think that I have costumes that I haven't equipped because I think they're terrible. Like, for example, the Vote for Loki one. I'm not equipping that. I think it's terrible. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this one either. So it's just that's the thing about costumes. I mean, I'm sure some people are super.
I think I like him. All right. We got a few more comments that he made, so I don't want to spend too much time on this one.
All right.
Unless there's a big point another point you wanna.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Next one, Dawn of Mayhem. This is a longer one, and this was in response to when he posted about the blog post, and this is one that you just read. This was a response. Thanks for going over the issues the community had in total pandemonium. This was obviously sarcastic because the blog post regarding the issues didn't come out to the next day. And this is CEREBRO cares about cashing checks and trying to get people to spend money on the game. He doesn't actually care about what it's like to play the game for users. For not actively organizing to tank the game, rating is on app stores. He's going to stay out of it. His response, and this one was a little more heartfelt. I think this comment kind of got to him a little bit. People might start working in video game industry because they think it's fun, but you don't stay in video games unless you have a passion for it, because it's immensely stressful, as are most jobs in the overarching entertainment industry. I've been working in video game industry for well over a decade, and there are many, many days where I've been in an emotional wreck. Fortunately, I work in a studio where my contributions are valued, and and I wouldn't be here if they weren't. I wouldn't expect for you to know what goes on behind the scenes. The number of times where I've risked relationships with my colleagues to die on the hill for the community. And you have some points about that specifically. But man, to only say I care about collecting a paycheck isn't accurate or cool. I'm flesh and blood just like you. I play the game every day just like you. I get frustrated sometimes just like you. And I care about the health of the game and the community just like you. And I guess in response to some of these comments down here.
Go to the edit part. What does it say about the edit part?
It says, I made this more about myself than I should have and not about the game. You guys have questions. I'll do my best to answer them. And I think a lot of this was this post is I guess response to some of this stuff. It seems like he's feeling the frustration of this. And you just kind of read this one. What is your response when you saw this?
Well, okay. Well, Valley, you'll know what I'm talking about. So you and I make videos and we're on Twitch. So I in a lot of ways, we're battle hardened, right?
Yeah.
You've had, I don't know how to say this, but like, I think I've seen a lot of people get into YouTube and just get crushed by the comment section or Twitch or whatever, or Twitter, right? There's a learning curve to it, right? But I found that it's easier said than done. And then sometimes you just respond to somebody when you shouldn't. You snap a little bit. I think we've both done that, right? Yeah. I know I have. And this is a post that I wouldn't have responded to myself personally, right? And yeah. I don't think he should have. But I gotta say, what he put there just shows that he's a human being. And I do have some context to this. And I guess I should explain my experience with CEREBRO. First of all, I've known him for longer than he's worked for Marvel Strike Force. I know him from Galaxy of Heroes days. So I think I've known him for about 5 years. Mm-hmm. And I remember when he came into Galaxy of Heroes and he was pretty green. I believe he was like a play tester before that. Or no, he was a community manager in another game. But I think he's done a lot of different things. But this was the first time in that job. And he was kind of new on the job. And I got to tell you, the person that is today, he's very proficient at his job. And he's definitely like expanded. So I've known him for about 5 years. And then also, too, When he came to work, I saw a situation where he actually did, and I'm not going to go into detail, where he said, right that part where he says the number of times I risked relationships with my colleagues to die on the hill for the community. I've actually seen that happen, like word for word. And when he came to Marvel Strike Force, well, first of all, him and I had a very contentious relationship at Galaxy of Heroes. Like it was not a picture perfect relationship. And so when he came to work at Marvel Strike Force, he reached out to me and says, "Hey, one of the things that it's going to be a small part of my job is dealing with you." It's like, I just want to make sure we're good. And I was like, well, here's I do have some issues, right? And so we actually had lunch and we talked about it, right? I actually drove out to LA and we had, we did that for a day or for an afternoon or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And it was an interesting thing. A lot of people don't understand the content creation program. I know for me, I said, well, one of the stipulations for me getting involved with this program was, I don't want any feedback from you, good or bad, because that was a problem in the other game. I don't want to hear your criticisms or what you don't like. And he says, yeah, okay. I said to him, I said, either you like the videos I'm making now and you're going to be comfortable with me making more, or you're not. And so I don't want to hear it. And they don't, right? They don't do anything. They don't say anything. So I feel like the purpose of the Envoy program is not to like censor us or tell us to be a part of their marketing arm. It's literally just to give us accurate information so that when we're pissed off, or at least we're being pissed off about accurate stuff. Does that make sense?
It does.
Right?
I feel the same way.
Yeah, they just want us to be pissed off accurately at best. It's not even that they want us to not be pissed off. I think they just know it comes with the territory at this point.
I haven't known him previously, but when he first started, I had a similar conversation. I'm like, it went well. I'm like, I make some pretty negative videos about Scopely.
They don't care.
I'm not gonna stop. He's like, that's fine as long as he's coming from a place of passion. I don't care. And he hasn't said anything about our videos, good or bad. So it's cool.
Yeah, we are not their marketing arm. Actually, we can say anything we want. And I think all they're trying to do is, it's two ways. They're trying to provide us at least so that we can make the most accurate videos as possible. And they also want a limited way of feedback and bug testing, and then at the end of the day, all we really get, us personally, we get one video a month out of it.
And a lot of artwork, baby. So much artwork. So much cool artwork.
But I think there are some, unfortunately, I wish they had a better QA and better bug testing, but largely, a lot of the things that get fixed quickly is because of the Envoy program, right? Yeah. And because of us being able to submit bugs quickly on the day of the patch or complaints. A lot of the positive changes that have happened to the game have been a direct result of the program. But that being said, I don't know if we have any pull with them at all either. It's just that they don't listen to us. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Really. I don't know what people think this program is, but it's not much.
I used to provide feedback, but not so much anymore. See, he
but
is
anyways,
a human. She's stressed.
So what I want to say, he is a human.
Stressed is the feeling that I'm getting. Another
so
comment.
What I'm trying to say, what I say about that is, like, I can vouch for that comment. Like, I know that he has done that, and it's not like I'm his best friend or anything like that, but I know that statement is true. I don't know if he should have posted that there. Let's get to this. This other one's a little off too, right?
This one's a little weird. So this is a normal comment. There's nothing wrong with the comment itself, but if you look at the post, this post was not really about that. So basically, it's about the store, the supply store. We've got more pieces of gear available in the store. The cost wasn't really significantly reduced though, so we were able to buy bigger stacks
on certain pieces specifically in certain places, right? Some costs were reduced.
Some were
in the war store, but not the gold one. No, the 13s in the gold is not cheaper. In fact, and it looks like it's glitched, and then that's what. Okay. Anyways.
So this is a longer post. The TLDR though is daily in-game cost of playing keeps going up. But the resource reward growth is pretty much stagnant, pretty reflective of the real world reality. I don't know. I mean, they're increasing the thing. We just got that post about them increasing the gold 8 million or so. But I get what this guy is saying, and I kind of agree. They've given us more, but it's you got to buy more to get that increased cost. It's not like reducing the cost. So his response is unique should appear in stacks of 2 to 4. So you're seeing more than that as a stack that's not intentional. We will investigate this, and kind of missing the point of there. Let me go to one of these comments because it kind of sums it up. That's the takeaway from this. Sure, let me rephrase it for you. The problem is not the stack size. The problem is that you said...
Scroll up a little bit.
Okay.
Scroll up. There you go.
Yeah. The problem is not the stack size. The problem is that you said that you're going to fix the economy. Instead, you've increased the gold we need to spend without... Now, they have increased the gold that we take in within the past few months. But for some players, I know it's not enough. Or as the post has said, daily increase cost keeps going up, but resource rewards is pretty stagnant. You saw this on stream as well. What was your reaction when you saw this on stream last night?
I don't know, man. Like, I think it was good that he acknowledged that there was a bug with the game, but as far as I guess here's the thing. People are assuming that the in-game economy is broken and that it needs to be fixed. I would suggest to you that the in-game economy is the way it is on purpose, and it's intentional. And there's it's not broken. It's deliberately manufactured in part of their frustration marketing scheme to sell, by creating artificial scarcity for them to sell us opportunities to fix a problem they've created. So it's not, they have no interest in fixing it, is where I'm going. It's not broken. It's working correctly.
I mean,
the community may not want to hear that. And so I don't know what to tell you. It's literally is their master plan. And I think that is part of the thing in this game is that once you realize that the game is designed to be intentionally frustrating and that bottlenecks on bottlenecks on bottlenecks, things are intentionally scarce. And guess what, Valley, you're experiencing the same bottlenecks that I'm experiencing, as well as everybody else watching this video. Yeah. And we have to choose to either give in and spend money, or we have to navigate those bottlenecks the same way that everybody else has to. Yeah, that is this whole entire game in a nutshell. If you wanna upgrade Ravager Boomer because he's your favorite character, I promise you that's a bad decision. But that is the nature of this game.
Really love Ravager Boomer, and
well, because it basically at the end of the day you have a limited amount of everything, right?
Yeah.
And where you place them to fix a problem is going to determine your success in this game.
Yeah, I think that's pretty obvious. I don't know if the community got that, but that was what I got from this comment, because everything that was said here, nothing was responded to in CEREBRO's post except for the part that wasn't working intentionally.
Well, yeah, because there's definitely
this is the broken part.
There's definitely 6 and 9s showing up. Like there's literally 6 and 9s, but the post wasn't about that. So I don't know. I think CEREBRO wanted to acknowledge the part of the post, but I don't think as far as, I mean, one of the most common Reddit posts is we need more gold. I'm very certain that the developers are aware of that, and they're deliberately not answering that because it's not broken.
Yeah, I think that's on purpose. Yeah.
It's not broken. It is supposed to be that way. And in a lot of ways, that is this whole game, is navigating that and knowing that there's just never going to be enough gold, and spending the gold wisely is this game. It is the game.
Yes, I agree. Now, before we head out, I hope CEREBRO's doing good. I hope he starts responding a little how he used to, but I got word that we have a live look at the bug fixing in the Scopely offices. Do you want to go take a look at that, brother?
Yes, let's go look at it.
We're going to go to the Scopely offices here, guys. They are fixing the bugs as we speak. More comes around as they fix them, but they're fixing some. So here's this.
So like, I think this is, I mean, maybe this is my entire point right here. Because the game is expensive, it's in everybody's best interest that there's no bugs. It's in Scopely's best interest to have no bugs. It's in our best interest to have bugs. And because the game is expensive, we should demand that.
Yes.
It's unacceptable. Now, needing more gold, I want more gold. You want more gold. Everybody wants more gold. But Scopely doesn't want us to have more gold. And it's very much deliberate. But I don't understand bugs. They don't want more bugs. We don't want more bugs. Fix your game. There's no reason for this. It's unacceptable. It's actually trash. Fix your bugs.
They're trying
this game
to look. It looks like they're trying to fix it as we speak, though, MobileGamer. But it just
it's garbage. It's actually garbage.
Breaks as they fix it.
I think the level of bugs we have in this game is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It's actually terrible. And you know, whether or not we need more gold or not, I don't know. I mean, I want more gold. Yes, I think we should have more gold. But they're doing it on purpose. Bugs, there's no excuse. This is like a black and white issue with bugs. It's not this. I mean, needing more gold, we can have this debate.
It's a wanting more gold.
Yeah.
It's a wanting more gold. We need zero, like minimal bugs. Minimal bugs.
Bugs is a black and white issue, and we should be more outraged every time there's bugs. And compensation's garbage. They control the compensation. It's not real compensation. Yeah. It's just fake stuff. I mean, you remember how long ago did we get like that 20? Remember that bug where they gave us like 20 million gold?
No, there's so many.
It's like 3 years ago, right?
Okay.
We're no more ahead than we ever were. All that gold they gave us, they just shorted us someplace else. They control everything. They control everything.
They're the overlords.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is the video for today. Those are what CEREBRO's been talking about on Reddit. And I hope he's okay, because it seems like there's some issues, and the job may be getting to him a little. So. Yeah, I hope he's okay. I hope things get fixed. I hope he communicates our concerns. I know a lot of the devs' concerns don't get communicated back to us, but I hope he's giving our feedback to the devs. Any final thoughts, brother?
Well, I mean, I know that we send things. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't, and I feel like it's not that my voice is any different than your voice or anybody's voice on Reddit. Like, if you make a good post on Reddit, it gets seen.
Yeah.
You know, if you make a post that resonates with the community on Reddit, it gets seen, and we all have that opportunity to do that.
Do it, and get that software, that sentient software analysis going. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Hope CEREBRO gets back to helping the community and not as much dealing with the toxicity. All right, Hulk fist bump. I'll see you guys later. ValleyFlyin and MobileGamer. I didn't call you OMG once today. I don't know. Later.
Let's do it.
Fist bump, ValleyFlyin.